Hi, my name is Vincent Oduor from Aquaculture Band Limited, where we do fish farming, basically fish breeding and aggregation and sale of fingerlings, design and development of systems, as well as software extension services. And today with me here I have my colleague. I'll give her the chance to introduce herself.
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm Abi. Abrahet Gavre Georgis Gavrametin is my name. Abi short name. I came from Rwanda, but originally from Tigray, Ethiopia.
Yeah. Thank you, Abi. In this, I believe, in this agriculture space, I'd be interested to know about your journey, especially being a young woman from Rwanda and with the agribusiness space within African region. What has your journey been as a woman, African, in the agribusiness space?
Can you repeat that question and add your volume somehow, by the way?
Okay, sorry. So for you, Abby, as a young woman in the agribusiness space, how's your journey been in this space, getting to navigate through?
Normally, as I've said before, I came from Tigray, the northern part of Ethiopia, and I moved to Rwanda in 2018.
Okay.
And the mission was to study my master's degree in IoT. Unfortunately, when Ethiopia started the war in Tigray in 2020, November, life was like a hell to me. So it was very traumatic journey where I was forced to stop my thesis, my master's degree thesis, and being locked at home for almost 6 months.
At that time, you were still in Ethiopia? Or
I was
in
still in Rwanda.
Oh, okay.
That time, I was supposed to be graduated and go back to Ethiopia.
Okay.
But when Ethiopia started the war in November 2020, I couldn't fly. So I couldn't even enter. Imagine, it was a genocide that was happening there. So in the meantime, I have seen a baby, like probably 2 years old baby. His body was totally burned because there was civil target bombardment and no medical support. But painfully, he was crying for his hunger, like, oh, I'm hungry, oh, I'm hungry. Imagine he's a baby and the mother surrounding him. It was the most painful moment for me in my life, and I cried as if like someone died, loudly. And the people who were in the apartment where I was living gathered, and they just was about to break my door and the window. So that was the moment I start talking the pain I had inside physically to people, because I was traumatized. I was hating people even. So when I share my phone to them, they were so broken. I was lucky enough that I was in Rwanda because I felt at home. There was people to share my pain and telling them what was happening to me. And like I was 37 kilo because eating and living a normal life was like a crime to me.
Okay.
There was feeling of guilty because I know that my people are starved there.
Yeah.
So they told me like, look, Abi, at yourself. You're just about to die even. How could you help others if you don't help yourself? So that was a waking up moment to me.
Okay.
And then I started making a research. Like, if people had to survive, they have to eat.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then out of computer science in bachelor degree, IoT in master's degree, I shifted into agriculture and started researching fast-growing vegetables, which can grow indoor within a locally available raw materials, and that can grow quickly, like quickly, and then you just have to have nutrition within them. And I got a lot of options, but mushroom was the best. It was like the best. And I first introduced with mushroom for the first time in my life. I started buying, cooking, and then visiting farmers. Then I say, if I'm going to influence others, I have to be the role model, an example, practically by myself. So that was how I started agribusiness. And it wasn't an easy journey, normally, but I had a painful and very critical cause that pushed me to be here today. Yeah.
That is very interesting journey, and with a backstory that inspired you, and getting to switch, first of all, from what you are doing, IoT and everything, then to agriculture. That's a big switch. It's a big switch, yeah.
Yes, true.
And part of this journey, there's something I'm trying to understand. During all this time, was it something that you kept on pushing on alone, or how did you manage to do
Oh,
all
wow.
this and to make this kind of big switch for you?
Very interesting
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
So I have to go back to when I started. It was 2021 in June.
Yeah.
I had no money. I was a student, and the scholarship was ended like in September. But because you remember 2020 was the year of COVID,
Yes.
they
yes.
gave us an extension to do our research, but no money. In between, the genocidal war started already. You locked at home. You have no contact with your family members. I don't know who died who is surviving from my family even. And you see horrific videos and photos. So
Those are coming from home.
yes, just online we get some few videos, like it's a piece of the iceberg actually. But you don't need to meet anyone. I don't need to meet with anyone until the day that I was awake by my Rwandan friends, neighbors.
Yeah.
So no money to start, but that word, like you cannot help yourself, help your people if you don't help yourself. We are the survivors of genocide, but we leave it to be the legacy of our parents. That was my moral. No money, no family members, no information about whereabouts of my family and my people, but I could tell you the first 1 year was painful, like very painful. I don't have only the business pain, but life pain from my
social
people
aspect
already,
from it.
social
Yeah.
pain, yes.
Okay.
And starting without money wasn't easy. So I was trying to get credit from friends, from family member, which I have a sister outside. I started and I failed, I could say that. Because we're going to talk more about this because
Yeah, tell me about
like
it.
at the beginning, everything is painful. I started with a credit
Yeah.
and there was no return. Okay. Then I had to get more credit.
From a bank or a friend?
No,
or...
bank couldn't give you a credit or a loan at the beginning because you don't have a collateral. For me, I was a student in Rwanda. I had no any like tangible asset, so no loan from the bank, from a friend. Luckily enough, I had a brother, a very humble brother, which I couldn't forget. He came from Ethiopia to Rwanda because Tigrayans were evacuated from every business. So that was a chance to me. He saw my efforts and he asked me, what do you need to do? Where do you want to go next? And it was a golden opportunity to me. We needed to expand, but challenges came, and he supported me to continue on what I was doing. Then that time, I got a credit from him, and I needed to start my own seed production.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, where young farmers, especially young entrepreneurs, should be very careful, choose the right person to be partnered with. The money he gave me was like eaten by another person who supplied the seed to me. It was unfortunate and painful moment where my friends, people they know me, they were saying, Abby, why are you even continuing this one? Because I always cry. Someone trusted you, gave you money.
Yeah.
You have a dream and you have a cause back there which you need to move quickly and save people. And you are just stuck here. It was painful. I cry every time. Luckily enough, back to the question. While marketing my products in the local market, I met a Burundian lady. She had a cafe.
You met Burundian what?
Burundian lady, she owned a cafe at that time.
Okay.
I went there to market my mushroom. Okay.
That was in Burundi or in Rwanda?
In Rwanda. So I just introduced myself and I told her why I started mushroom, and then she was surprised. And I questioned myself, why is she surprised? I didn't thought like I was doing meaningful work. Because what I was doing was on how to save the people. I didn't thought it even as a big thing. She told me, Abby, you have such an inspirational cause, and I have to connect you with someone. She connected me with a doctor that works with a social enterprise. And then she heard about my story. We had an appointment. Then she linked up me to a link where there was a competition for young people into tourism. That was September, October, November 2022. Then I already got the link. I had to apply. It wasn't easy because I was traumatized. The mind was already lost. I started to apply. I quit because there were too many questions.
Okay.
And then I stopped. Then I remember what they say. They believed in me. Like, if those people believed in me and they continue inspiring me, why do I have to give up? Abi, continue feeling. So I applied. Then they screened like 100 people out of something. We were screened and then went for interview. Pitching, the first pitching. It is even in my Facebook page. Then we become among the 25 people to get the access for coaching, for finance. I got a coaching which was very amazing. That enterprise called Tourism Inc. in Rwanda, or ESP, under ESP.
Yeah.
We had a journey of 6 months. They coached us, and then they give us a prototyping money, which is $1,400. That money, $1,400. I didn't even spend a coin out of the business. All of it used it wisely in the business. And I had a very amazing and supportive coach. When I have a problem, I have to call to her. No lying, no hiding. I tell her what it is, and then she guides me. Then I won to be among the 10 out of the 25 to become the top 5 now after the evaluation. Then we had a final pitch. We won 5 people out of that. They gave us a grant. That is the reason why I am here today. I paid my loan. I started value addition. There is a chips which I will show you later. Actually, we starting processing into powder, into dry mushroom, into a chips of mushroom, which is totally organic, where we are expecting to export to Kenya. And that was the cause where I am here today. But without support, as young entrepreneur, I couldn't be here because there was a moment where I don't have even money to pay a rent, and I joined to my friend to live with them. It was hard. So this is the journey in short.
And that is a very interesting journey, Abby. And while on that, just talking about networking, because you brought the aspect of networking and the mentorship, and that's something that cuts across even for us. It was a changing point, just who you meet one time, then the conversation you have, then later on, just land into opportunity that changes your whole life and everything.
Exactly.
It's the same story for me.
Exactly.
I met someone probably in 2021. Yeah, we exchanged contacts. Then this person makes a call to me later on in 2022. Then links me up. Actually, at that time, linked me up with an organization. Then who came and evaluated our business and gave us our first funding.
Amazing.
Yes, and from there we just took off to where we are, and with the mentorship and support from FAO and other organizations, we keep moving, and it's the same story. And I think one thing that I find unique about you and your team, like Rwanda Youth, I'd like to know about. I believe you have an association, and beyond just networking, meeting people at an individual, there's something unique about you guys that you've managed to come together as the young people within your country, and like you're making things move for you. What can you share with that? What can we learn from you? Can you share?
There is a lot to learn from Rwanda, actually. Rwanda is such a blessed, beautiful country. That's all what I can say. Even the moment I started Mushroom, there was an association for young people in agriculture. It's called Yalta. They were advocating for young Rwandans to go for visit in farmers. That was when the genocide was happening, and when I found Mushroom was the best. I told them, look, I'm not Rwandese, but I want to go with you and I can cover my expenses by myself. I had no even money. So they allowed me. I didn't even pay the coin. They covered all my expenses. It is a blessing. And Rwanda advocates for youth in agriculture so much. the government itself inspires, encourages, motivates young people to be in agriculture.
So there's a deliberate support from the government.
Exactly,
To help.
so much support.
Oh, okay.
So much support. So for me, where I am here today,
Yeah.
I'm as a member of Rwandan Youth in Agriculture Forum called RIAF.
Riyadh, okay.
Yes, it advocates for young entrepreneurs in agriculture so much. You would get their links in Facebook, in Twitter, in YouTube, and they help us as much as possible. Like the networking. Today we are here because I am member of RIAF.
RIAF,
And
okay.
wonderfully, RIAF has a cooperation or partnership with FAO. It is hard for me to go to FAO immediately and achieve my goal. But going through RIAF is very easy, and they are very helpful. Like the door is always open, and they help you from their heart. It is not like an association sitting there. No, they are young people like us, and they share the vision. That would be like a very good example to other African countries. There in the discussion, there were so many questions from Kenya coming out, like, how can I get this certificate? How to do that alone is hard. It's very hard. But me, I go to FAO to do something, and then it was FAO who suggested me to contact RIAF. From the day I knew RIAF, I got so many opportunities, links, networks, exhibitions, so many opportunities. So an association that inspires young entrepreneurs in agriculture is very critical in each country. And that's how we can even keep pushing while we face very difficult challenges that potentially could stop our journey. Yeah.
So are there like, that's very interesting, and I hope that's something for us, even for Kenya, should be able to organize ourselves into an association like that and be able to push the agendas that we have. But for you, I'd be interested to know, like under RIAF, for you as a Abby, what have you gained from it?
Very good question.
And
Yes, in RIAF you get different types of supporters. Mainly when you are a farmer and a member of RIAF, you get to all opportunities, possible opportunities, whether there are links for applying to fund, competition, or other. Just I may not get the information myself. They grab the opportunities which are related to us, and they share in our WhatsApp group. And then I have to apply. That will be my responsibility. The simplest thing. Secondly, there is an exhibition organized locally by partnering RIAF with FAO. It's called Buy From Yours. It is an initiation that calls the community to buy from the yours. Okay.
So you build your local market through the
exactly within local market. And when there are exhibitions out of the country, they have to partner with FAO. FAO funds RIAF members, and we go to exhibitions, to networking opportunities like we are doing here in Nairobi today. And this gives us so much opportunity. Network is a power. Money is just temporary. Network has long-lasting opportunity. It is a power. So we gain a lot. We gain a lot, and when you give up the inspirations they give you, like friendly talking, for me it's like beyond everything, because I know I'm not in my country, and I feel safe, I feel at home, I feel supported where there is no one aside to me. Okay, so there are so many benefits we gain, but these are some I could mention.
Yeah, I think even from what you have said, and with the theme of the Youth Connect, already you can feel you move from your country to a new country, and you feel at home. There's already the aspect of being borderless Africa, because anywhere you are, you're feeling at home. Right now we are in Kenya. We're having conversation, trying to, and almost our issues are similar, and trying to break into these various markets as well. So I think that's something that is very important for us. And from here on, I think we'll be discussing a lot and just getting to understand way just beyond what you've told me here.
Yeah.
And even for me in aquaculture space, there's a lot of disjointment especially among the young people and what they want, because we struggle a lot to get the young people to to get into this field and also to express themselves. Because when you meet them individually, people tell you what they want. But they expect, there's the aspect of you are the leader, go and say it. But there's no like that kind of a body that protects you, because you go as an individual, whoever you're going to will see you as an individual. So that's why I'm looking at REAF as something that is very key.
It is very key. You know, we as Africans, we do have this attitude like agriculture is for those illiterated people, for all the people, like for our parents. No, like we cannot secure food, okay, if young people don't join their hands and modernize African agriculture. So asking me back, like what I am doing now is, the dream is to integrate my technological profession, because I did computer science bachelor, IoT in master's, into agriculture, modernizing agriculture. And to do that, it's not easy. You need some power that could help you, some partners that can support you, and having such associations will make your voice to be heard easily and shortly. Because when you go alone, it's just like a long journey. You don't have money, you don't have network, a lot of things, and you cannot achieve that alone. And my perfect advice as a young farmer, you could start that one. You could start that association, and you can achieve a lot of things within a short period of time. Instead of going to FAO by yourself, just join the forum for all farmers in Kenya. And then you can even inspire more farmers from Kenya, young people to join agriculture. Because if you are not changed, your brother even cannot be engaged into agriculture. Because I got this example from my home. I have my younger brothers, like this farming, it seems like joke to them.
Yeah,
it is true also. Yeah. Because there is so much attitude change which is needed in the ground, and when we change, I can assure you, they will believe, they will trust in us, and then they will join. And association, togetherness is the power that we have to show them.
Thank you so much for the insight. And I don't know if there's anything more to add to that. And with that, I say thank you and encourage more young people to get into this association, especially for us as Kenyans, to get to adopt one voice and an organization that we can use to represent ourselves. And to you, Abby, thank you. And if you have any word to add on?
You are very welcome. And you have both the mushroom chips. I want to ask you, how was it?
Because actually, it was very good. That was my first time to taste the mushroom.
Yeah?
Before that, I had not tasted mushroom before, but I had seen them. And the slimy feel that they have, I didn't like that. So until today, that was the first time I actually took a mushroom and tasted, and they were very nice.
I had a friend saying the same thing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah.